Hey there. In our previous video, we had seen how we can record a test in test project. In this video, we'll look at how we can actually create the test cases manually without recording. So I have already created a test case here, and we are going to edit it. So let me click on this test case. And once it is launched, I'm going to click on the link to add the test case, or let me do one thing. Let me go to the record screen again, and it will be easier to show from there because it is going to open a new window altogether. So it's trying to launch the window. So our application is launched, and here are the fields. So the first field, we are going to capture it, and we are going to click on add steps manually. So we're going to take the action as type text, and the keys, the input to it is suppose John, and save the step. So we type John in the first step. Next we are going to click on the second element, and we are going to again type. So we are going to add the action as type again, and type the text. Suppose the field value is Doe, and save step, and then the email address. So for email address, we are going to again use the type text and enter the text as johndoe@gmail.com. Save the step. Now let's run the step and see if it is actually running, just to make sure that we have done it correctly. Okay, that's perfect because we are not clicking on each and every element. We are just performing the type actions. As you can remember, in our recording, it even captured the click options, but here we are just typing. So let me quickly add all the fields, and then I will come back. So I have added phone number, address, and city, and I'm going to select the state now. So in the state, I'm going to highlight the state, and I'm going to select the action as select action, and let's see what are the options here. So select options. So we are going to select by value, or is selecting by index. So we are going to select option by value attribute, and it is saying that we need to install some add-ons. So let's click on install. Okay, and now let's try again, and try to use option of select option by value attribute. So on the left hand side, you can see that it has already selected the action, and the value or the input that we are looking at is Alaska, and save the step. Okay, and next we are going to select the or enter the zip code. So here again the action is type text, and so the keys are actually the inputs that will go into the value box. So I'm going to save the step. And next we are going to select the checkbox. So the website or the domain name, not sure if this is a mandatory field, but let us not fill it. And we are going to select this radio button and see what are the options it has. It is click on checkbox, click on all checkbox, or click on the last n. Okay, click on all the checkbox. Okay, the add-on allow you to manipulate a list of checkboxes. You can hover and select the, let's install this particular add-on. Let's see what's the option we have. So we have this getting selected, and then we can modify this step, because I'm not sure what options test project have to select this particular field for the checkbox or the radio button. So next I'm going to add the project description, and this will again be type value. So the actions here will be type and type text, and here we'll just add demo user, save the step. Next I'm going to highlight the send button and send button again, and I should be able to select this by highlighting, and then the action is a click action, and you can see that it has automatically detected the element as XPath, and I'm going to save this step. So far all the fields have been entered, and all right, so let us run this and see which step is failing. So I'm going to run this. So it's entering the fields that I had placed in the value or the key field. The expected element in test step 10 is missing. Don't worry, test project AI is looking for another path forward. Okay, so this is intelligently looking for the element. Now which one is a step 10? We'll have to check. So the step 10 was clicking on all the checkbox. Okay, so this was the element which we were not able to determine what element it should be. Now let us record it and see what element was that. So if I record and click on this particular radio button, so that's a radio button. So that's the element which has been added. So I am going to pause it, and I'm going to move this particular step up. Let me see if I can drag and move it up. So I was able to move up, and I'm going to delete this particular step, that is clicking on all the checkbox, because this is not the right one. Delete. So now we have the step 9 as entering the zip code, and then the radio button, and then typing the demo user in comment area, and then clicking. Now in case if we want to change the description or the name of each of the step also, we can just go to that particular step, and we can just give the names to this element. And there are advanced option as well that right now it's not visible. Okay, so yes, the advanced option to wait or to continue on failure. So as of now it has taken a default user text default step, so we are not going to change this, but there are some wait related conditions there. So going back to the test, these are the steps that have been recorded, and we'll run again to confirm. So it's running and entering all the text. Okay, so again the step for the state. All right, so for the description we need to edit it, but anyway, our test was successful because it was able to identify all the elements. The only thing was it need to be 10 character. So this should run this time. So if I run again, the character should meet the criteria. Let us run again. And so as you can note that while finding the state, it just takes some time. Okay, so this was a pass. So now we can save our test, and if we save, so for saving the test, as I said, that we have to just close this tab and it will get saved. So I am going to close this window, and when we come back here, we should be able to see that our test has been recorded, and that we can verify by going to that particular test case again. And here is our all the steps that we had recorded earlier. So we'll go to, so yeah, so we are going to the project and we will run it from this console. So my test is under the folder Selenium Easy, and I'm going to click on run, and let's see. So here it will ask to select the browser, so I'm going with the Chrome browser. Next, and the URL is correct. Run. So it's trying to launch. Okay, so it opened up a new window and it is entering those values again. So it automatically did the scrolling for us as well. So the test was passed, and we can see the results for the test case execution. So these are the test case execution and the steps that was executed. So you can see that even if we want to add the steps manually, it's easy to add, and we can just go step by step, and it will do the element identification for us. We won't have to write the elements ourselves, so we just have to click and we have to perform, like select the action. So the action will tell the particular step, whether we are trying to verify that step or whether we are trying to enter any text in that particular field. So this is how you can easily create any of the test cases manually. In our next video, we'll look at how we can again reuse the test cases to make it a data-driven test. So thanks for watching.